And it's very bipartisan time of year. So let's light the menorah.
Oh my goodness. Look, it's AIPAC Shakur right there. I love that, by the way. Whoever coined calling Hakeem AIPAC Shakur, it's really good. The only thing is that it's a little bit kind of negative as far as what it means to Tupac, right? Like it's sort of using him a little, but yeah, AIPAC Shakur.
Can I also say, it's mute. I saw Alex put puking, and I'm like, puke Johnson. So Mike Johnson, he puts that tiny hat on his head. He looks like such a fool. He doesn't even put it on right. I don't know who the hell's like fitting it on him.
Whoever his assistant person is just stuck it on his head.
Oh, Maron.
Okay, Schumer looks nothing like my father.
Well, maybe not.
No. This is where you should say no. He does not.
Okay, no.
Oh, look at Hakeem's got a yarmulke on too. How nice. They look so ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Schumer had a hard 330 on the Senate side, but Leader Jeffries is here with us, and what I do want to say is one thing. I don't get involved in their opinions on political issues. That's not
just not
the hell you don't.
Just not in public. Behind the scenes, that's another story. But in public, we don't get involved, Jen. We have nothing to do with this in public.
Yeah. You know what? People, until they start taxing the religious organizations,
please,
no one should pay taxes here.
Guys,
no one should pay taxes. If they are not taxing these guys when they're this entwined, if you don't discuss political matters with them, then what the fuck are you doing there? You're just your friends. You hang out socially with Hakeem and Mike Johnson. No, it's only political, or you wouldn't even be with them. That's the whole, that's what's so insulting about that. Well, we don't talk about political things. Then why in the fuck are you even involved with them?
If you do not believe in the separation of church and state, then you do not believe in the Constitution. I believe in the separation of church and state, and this is not the separation. And I don't want to hear nothing about how, well, this is not a church, this is a synagogue. It's the same thing.
It's all the same shit.
Same shit.
My role. But one thing I will say is the two gentlemen to my left are strong and perhaps the best friends of Israel and the Jewish people either side of the aisle has ever seen.
I just want you to look at these two, and I want you to tell me why anyone should be. You know what, Jen? If we just got AIPAC Shakur as the
Speaker of the House,
that's
right.
If only those
Right. If only those two were switched and the blue team was in charge, then Hakeem would be standing and Mike Johnson would be sitting, and then everything would be better. That's basically that would be the difference.
How the hell this doesn't get turned into a meme, I don't know. But
I cannot. What the cuckedness of these two men is like off the chart. The only thing missing is like a dog collar and a ball gag from these two men's mouths.
Who's to say that they don't?
Hey, listen, I don't know, but that's what this looks like to me.
Listen, it's just a rumor. I totally can't prove it, but there's a lot of. I've heard things. As Bob the News. I heard things. I heard things about Mike Johnson. Things going around. That's what I'm saying.
So I'd like to have a round of applause for them there. And one more sentence. I do want to say, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a registered independent, but I do want to say, as a Jewish American or an American Jew, however you phrase it, that I go to sleep easier at night knowing that at the helm of our nation and this institution of Congress are people who recognize the value we give this nation. So
I can only say in response to that statement that if this man is going to sleep soundly at night, then there are a lot of people around the world who are not going to sleep soundly at night.
Yeah, but they don't
I think
care.
that's important to remember. And thanks, Mr. Speaker, despite all the difficulty, for making it here today.
Sure.
He looks like
Thank you,
he's
Rabbi.
12.
And I apologize for my being a little tardy. I was whipping votes in the back room. We got it done, and I'm really grateful. This is the third annual Congressional Menorah lighting, as so many of you know, and I just want to express my sincere thanks to Rabbi Shem.
Did I hear that correctly? Third? This is only 3 times that this has ever happened. I wonder what's changed since 2023.
They thought,
I wonder what changed.
oh my God. So they only started doing this after October 7th. And the idea is, how many of these cucks can we parade on camera with yarmulkes on their head? That was the question. And they're going to find out. This is how they're going to do it.
For however long it can last.
Speaks from the heart and has such conviction, and it's contagious. And of course, Leader Schumer, who is here, and Leader Jeffries, who is my good friend and my colleague, and we do.
My good friend and my colleague.
There's, they love each other.
Don't you get it yet? I want to know who's still hanging on.
I'll tell you who's still hanging on. The libs, the Dems, the normies, they're still hanging on. They still actually believe there's a difference.
That's what I keep telling. Do you really think that Mike Johnson and Hakeem Jeffries are not chums? Of course they are.
They don't
1,000%.
Right.
We share this in common, that we support Israel, obviously, and the Jewish people. And all of our many colleagues and friends who joined us here for this meaningful occasion. 2 of my favorite colleagues down here who have joined us and proudly represent Jewish people in Congress, Mr. Goldman and Mr. Fine.
So
Swine is in the room, apparently.
So Swine is in the room, and the person that Brad Lander, who has been endorsed by Zoran, is running against, is also getting kudos from Mike Johnson. So trust me when I say there's not a lot of political races that one should give 2 shits about, but having Brad Lander unseat Dan Goldman
would be satisfying.
That'll be satisfying.
Yeah.
And they're extraordinary leaders and do a great job for everybody. This is a special time of year, and we like to do this. We enjoy this because we gather here in the People's House to celebrate our fellow Americans of all faiths. And this is an important one. The festival of Hanukkah at its heart is a celebration, of course, of courage, of the Jewish people's steadfast defense of their faith over centuries of persecution. And we don't ever forget that. It's more than 2,000 years ago in the ancient land of Israel, the Jewish people were denied the most basic freedom to pray and to express.
Freeze. There is no such thing as an ancient land of Israel. That does not exist. That never existed. Israel only existed in 1948. So I think that's very interesting that he just said the ancient land of Israel. There is no ancient land of Israel.
Well, the entire ideology is a lie. So why not just listen, if you're going to tell one lie, why not tell as many as you can get away with? That's pretty much how they look at it. Create your entire existence.
Their faith in the holiest of places. And it was then that a fearless patriot known as Judah Maccabee led a small band of brothers to reclaim the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. When the temple was restored, the menorah's oil that should have lasted only 1 day burned instead for 8 miraculous days. I'm telling you this story as if Rabbi Shemtov didn't cover it already, but for those who are tuning in late, okay, this is the history. It's during Hanukkah that the Jewish people celebrate and commemorate this miracle by lighting the menorah each year. Today, that same light will shine here in the People's House, and that's what is important. It shines as a symbol of the resilience and the perseverance, the eternal hope of the Jewish people. I don't know if it was explained, the significance of this particular menorah. Did you? Well, it was a gift to us, and it is made of the steel that came off of the bombs that were shot down over Israel, the missiles that the Iron Dome was taken down. So it's particularly meaningful and a poignant reminder of just what we're talking about, the perseverance of the Jewish people over all these years.
Ugh.
Think you got a hot
the way that they so institutionally conflate the history of Jewish people globally with Israel and the creation of the state of Israel is just so constant. It's just, it never stops. The thousands-year-old, centuries-old persecution of Jews around the world has absolutely nothing to do with the state, the current Zio state. So it's just, and they will not stop conflating that, as if somehow it's still, they're still going for that sympathy vote. You know, like if you just feel sorry enough and about the safety of the Jews, and you just worry enough about the Jews, then you'll just forgive the Zio state everything it's doing. And it's not working.
No, it is definitely not working. And that's why this entire display looks absolutely pathetic in every conceivable way. There is no person that isn't just completely in the tank for decorum politics, is of a certain class and makeup, or is of the Zio, doesn't even have to be the billionaire class, but obviously we know that an overwhelming portion of the billionaire class are Zios. Those are the only people that truly like this stuff. But the thing you also have to remember is that the more we have this concentration of wealth into the hands of so few, those people that control the money supply, particularly when it comes to political donations, whether high or low, and everything in between, are coming from people that actually like this shit. Like, to them, this type of stuff gets the juices flowing down below that rarely ever happens, because most of them are geriatric at this point in many respects.
But that's exactly the thing. Most people, this is not what most people, their audience is very small, and it's getting smaller by the day.
It doesn't matter how small it is. It matters that they control the levers of power and they have the money.
For now.
the time being, that is what they have. It doesn't mean it will last. Everything seems impossible until it's not, until it becomes possible. That's the reason why they have to make such a grand display of all of this. I was not aware that this was something new. This is the third annual bipartisan get-together of the lighting of the menorah after all these years.
Third, right. So literally it started after, right. So they just started this.